Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I don't know where you're watching from at your time. So just want to thank God for someone like Shore, who has volunteered himself to fight for the common man, to free NNAMDI Kanu.
Omoyele Shore, thank you very much indeed for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
What has motivated you to take the step of calling on people to take to the streets to draw attention to the need to release Mr. KANU?
So a number of things, and one is that we're friends, and we've been friends for a long time. In fact, I was one of the few people through Sahara TV that interviewed NNAMDI Kanu when he was relatively unknown, before he was arrested the first time. And I met him in 2019 in New York, had a conversation about the struggle for his people, and we struck a friendship then. And I was here in Nigeria, myself, held up by the Nigerian government when he was extraordinarily rendition from Kenya. In fact, I was one of the few people who ran to court by the time he had been taken to the DSS detention, where he had been deposited before, after he was kidnapped from Kenya. So, but the most important thing is that I understand the nature of justice, fair hearing, his constitutional right. And it is in his own case that you can say that he's presumed guilty and he's trying to prove his innocence, which is very sad. If you look at how long it has taken for all these court processes to take place, you know that Kanu's fate is not in the hands of the judiciary. If a decision was taken today by the owners of Nigeria to let him go, the judge might sit in the middle of the night and let him go. And by the way, on my way here, something happened. President Tinubu just pardoned 82 people. One of them was Herbert Macaulay, NNAMDI Azikiwe. The deal is as a result of some persons in the Southeast who took a decision that his release would jeopardize their political career and future. That I know as far back as when Tinubu freshly became president, in court about 2 weeks ago, that he will be released on head grounds. They had convinced everybody, only for him to come to court, and they kept changing the goalpost, as we call it. So I don't think diplomacy has to be a combination of, actions. And one of it, I think, is going to be a loud public disapproval of his continued detention, and a protest would work, in my view, in that regard. And that's why I want these people who claim to want him to be released to join the protest. Yes, because I have said this, and I'll repeat again. If you are a Nigerian, you can get away with a lot of things. But if you are Igbo, Nigerian, you can't get away with a lot of things. Yes,
but you're not getting away with much.
Yes, but the odds are stacked against you because you're coming with zero, and they will do it to you. I mean, it was in this country that there's a Yoruba nation movement. They even went and hijacked a radio station last year. Did you hear of any trial? Did you hear of any arrest? I'm not using that. I'm not saying that should not be the case, but we must tell ourselves the truth. That it just doesn't look good that the Igbos are marginalized in every sector, including in the justice sector. To get a trial wrapped up in 10 years is also difficult to do, especially when you claim that you have evidence that this person has committed these grievous crimes.
See, if I get money for my account, so up to that kind 1 million naira, I go see my advantage to give Shore half, because in those not expect. Many people get this up, if you do this the way Shore want to do so, to make sure say they free NNAMDI Kanu, but nobody want to do it. Everybody's after money, after power. See all the governors, all the ministers, all the senate, everybody just after power. Nobody wants to release NNAMDI Kanu. We are just all afraid. Sure, I really do your back. I really do your back. If I true say I give out 1 million from my account, I go tear him to Chuma, give you half. Sure, God will bless you. Sure, God will lift you up. God will kill all your enemies.